Welcome, everyone, to this episode of Unavoidable-Adventures in Aging, where Sue and Shan, two Midwest, past middle-aged sisters, discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly of aging. With a little humor, a little heart, and occasionally a little frustration, we'll explore the unavoidable adventures we experience as we move into our golden years. Yeah, golden years, my ass. Just a note to our listeners, this podcast reflects the opinions and experiences of Sue and Shan. The main purpose of this podcast is intended to entertain. We are sitting here with the best strawberry lemonade margaritas. I always think of summertime. Summertime also is a time when there are a lot of family reunions. And we decided to do this episode. We had our weekly meeting with Shelley on Tuesday and planning ours that's in July. And Shelley said, well, why don't you just do a whole show on reunions?
We can do it.
We can do it because most families have one. Everybody has kind of a special way that they do them.
Absolutely.
So we thought, yeah, we could talk about not just ours, but other people. And so here we go.
Okay, I'm ready.
You want to start with ours?
We can start with ours. How long? So we have a family reunion in July.
Right.
And we do it over Heritage Days, which is a community event that happens. That's where I think it started. Everybody wanted to come for Heritage Days, and then we realized, might as well have a party. And so we started probably a really long time ago.
Yeah. Oh, I think so too. But never got that title of a reunion. It was just, are you coming for Heritage Days
Right.
this year? We are.
Yeah.
So, and when the kids were all young, it looked a lot different than it does today.
Very true. Because we always made sure we got them down to the carnival. And now we older people, none of us want to go down to the carnival.
No.
At all.
No, and we used to go down, we used to go to the parade, and they had this really fun thing at the city park called Sunday in the Park.
Yep.
And at the time, there were a lot of different musical acts or whatever who would perform.
Right.
And when our kids were younger, there were like three or four other couples and their families that we would hang out with and do a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. So, and I was usually the one because I was kind of a Grammy back then, and there was my spot that I wanted, and nobody else better be sitting there. So I might go down earlier in
and
the
put
day.
Your blanket down.
We pull all the tables together and the blankets and so forth. So we had our space.
We did,
and that used to be my favorite. Was Sunday in the park. Yeah,
and of course, I was in charge of Heritage Days for many, many, many years.
Yes, you were.
Bless you all for putting up with me and helping me with various things. But then kind of as we grew a little older is when we made it more organized.
Yes.
Is that what I want to say?
Yes.
So
it's family focused.
Family focused.
Yeah.
Either we call it Ellis's Family Days or we call it EDC, which is Ellis's Day Celebration. Either one of those. But we've gotten quite, the bottom line is it's the aunties.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
You have Sue, Shelley, and myself, and all of our children, and probably the grandchildren, all know, don't mess with aunties.
Yeah,
if they
right.
say we are going to do this at 5 o'clock on a Saturday, we're all going to do it.
Yeah,
that's all there is
right.
to it. We've organized it so much, but not too much. So we have a craft project, one that everybody can do, and we work kind of hard on one that is, it works for all ages.
Yes.
Now that my granddaughter's gotten older, she wants to be there. She loves crafting. So does her brother. So they want to be there. So we're going to practice that one, Sue. You and I are, so we know what we're doing. And we have games. This year we're doing monikers. In case our kids all listen to it, we've created, so we have a theme.
Yes, we do.
And this year's.
We've only done the theme for 3 years?
No,
or
I
4?
think we've done it more.
We did
for
gnomes.
4. We did no place like Gnome.
Yeah.
Tied together.
Gnome, sweet gnome. Gnome, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Tied together with love.
Right. And that was all a whole tie-dye thing.
Oh, birds of a feather.
Birds of a feather.
Flock together.
See, I think this is the 4th year that we've done some kind of a theme. And yeah, Shan always makes either refrigerator magnets or stickers or something with the theme on it. So everybody gets to take one of those home. And we all have them on our refrigerators so you can see.
I think you're right, though. Yeah, because this is 23, and I bet we did it in 22.
Okay.
I bet so.
Yeah.
Since we've been this organized.
Right.
Yes. Well, heck, I don't know. So we do that. We organize the food that one night the guys have to take care of everything. One year I made a big mistake. Big mistake. Guys cook, gals clean up, and then the next night girls clean up or cook and guys clean up. Men make the biggest mess ever.
Every bowl, every spoon,
pot,
every
And so Kelly and Aaron are looking at me like, never again, Mom, never again.
And plus the guys seem to get a night like enchiladas.
Yeah.
They were already made. All they had to do was heat them up in the oven.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that was
serve
fun.
them. That's all they had to do. And we have the food. And then it's gotten each year a little more elaborate on your attire.
Yes.
So people started to have one outfit that fit, be happy, be family.
Oh, that's right. That was the other one.
Yeah.
That I made that cake that nobody ever ate.
I know, but it was cute. So each year it's gotten a little more elaborate. This year is going to be ugly T-shirt.
Right.
So not an ugly Christmas sweater, but an ugly Christmas T-shirt. That's what we're going to do. So we have to do that. Games, some are organized, some are, there's usually a strategic game kind of going in on one part, like in the house.
And then a couple of years we've done family photos.
Yes.
And this is a year to do family photos.
We've got to do family photos.
Yeah.
In fact, I think at this, and it's like the event goes by, I bet all people run into this. The event goes by, you head home and you go, we didn't take a group picture.
We got lots of candidates.
But, oh my gosh, we've got to do a group picture. That's all there is to it. So,
and I think this year, is Sean going to take it with his very special camera?
He has a new camera, so he's in
okay.
charge. You're in charge, Sean.
Yeah, we're letting you know now.
Letting you know. So anyway, it's become a very big deal. We always decide the date, and then we make sure that everybody knows as early as we can tell them when it is, because with everybody working, they want to get that time off.
Right.
So we do that as well. We have 2 houses because we have the Airbnb, so that's helped a lot as far as being able to spread out between your place, my place, and then the Airbnb.
Right.
So that helps. I can hardly wait.
I know.
I can hardly wait.
It's just, and it's nice. The kids are still very excited about it.
Yes.
And now that your grandkids and my grandson are coming, they talk about it all year long at home, and they're ready for it to happen. Mm-hmm. And so it's nice to have that continuing.
Yes.
One of those things, once you're gone especially, because this is where it is, how it will be taken on. And I can see it going on though for a long time.
I do. I think so too.
Because your kids especially really enjoy it. They like the planning part. Well, was it Kelly though that says, I just want to know when the dates are. I'll be there.
Yeah. Although,
because she's got a busy time.
Yes, it's her.
Yeah.
The summer reading program at the library.
Uh-huh.
And so she's got to know, because they have events except for during our family days. And then she schedules no events for summer reading program. Yeah. So she always wants to know right away.
So,
you mentioned food, and you mentioned enchiladas.
Yes.
So that I got to. So we have we have a friend here in town, and in fact, she just lives a block from me. And Carmen always makes for us cheese enchiladas and pork chili.
Oh yeah. Oh, the best.
It is the best. My kids fight over whether there's leftovers or not, and if they can take them home.
And she makes special for Reed too, doesn't
yes,
she?
Yes, she does corn for Reed. And so we always do that. But here's the thing with Carmen that I want to talk about: family reunions. Carmen is one of 13 children. Mm. There were 13. And of her sibs, only one sibling has passed away.
Wow.
And only one in-law has passed away.
Oh.
So there's still 12 siblings.
Yeah, and without saying an exact number, how old is Carmen? Your
Carmen,
age?
Carmen's maybe a year older than I am.
Okay.
So probably they go from age of 58 to 85
Wow.
at least.
Wow.
Yeah. This year, the cousins, so the children of Carmen and her sibs, have decided they need to have a family reunion.
Uh-huh.
And so the cousins are organizing this family reunion. So the last time I talked with Carmen, which was quite some time ago yet, she said there'd already been 200 RSVPs.
Wow.
So I don't know where they're going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bless your hearts.
Yeah.
Carmen,
Tents in
if
the
you hear me, we'll
backyard.
help you if you
Yeah.
need our help. She said it's all the kids. They're
Yeah.
doing everything. I look forward to hearing about that family reunion.
Oh, yeah.
How special and how great that it's the next generation
Yes.
that has said, okay, let's keep going to see each other. Let's get together.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, my golly.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, and I think we've talked about the Nichols. We did a whole show on them. Remember when Julie died?
Yeah, we
and
did.
we did the show about the small town. The Nichols, I don't think any of our other cousins listen, but I think the Nichols have always been our favorite.
Our favorite cousins?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. And we did spend a lot of time with them.
Well, and you and Scott would go and
Scott
stay
and
with
I-
them on
right,
the farm, too.
in the summertime. So we were all really close for a long time, and of course we all go our separate ways. They have always had these amazing family reunions, and they're a big family too.
They are 8.
So of course all the sibs, they call them the outlaws,
Yes.
and then now they've got children, grandchildren,
Generations, yes.
great grandchildren. So they've got a lot of people. But they have always had just this huge party for the weekend. And one of them I remember was they all grew up on farms. They had, not every single one, but still the one year that they had it in Wilcox,
Yes.
they had one barn. They had a stage set up in one of the barns.
Yes.
And this huge talent show. And our uncle, Tom, did he play some kind of guitar? Maybe not. I'm thinking of something else. But they're all very musical.
Very musical.
And the food,
Oh, yes,
amazing.
yes.
All homemade. I don't know if they slept out there overnight, but they had a trampoline. And it seems like Scotty and some of the other cousins.
It was. It was.
Slept out
Yeah.
there?
I don't know. I don't remember them sleeping out there. I think
Yeah.
the kids, but it was your son and my son and daughter. I think that Erin was still young enough that we were keeping close reins on her. But then some of the Nichols children, grandchildren, whichever, they were jumping on that trampoline and they put a sprinkler down below it.
Okay, that's
And so they'd hit that, and of course the
Yeah.
water would spray, and
Yeah.
they would laugh. And they were on that trampoline all day long. I can remember when we got up the next morning on Sunday to go back out because they had a brunch. And of course our kids were all, "Oh, I'm going to jump on the tramp," and they head off, and you look over, and all of those kids are laying on that
Yeah.
tramp. They're not moving.
That's probably why I thought they spent the night
yeah,
out there. But,
yeah, they
oh,
weren't
yeah.
moving. It's
you
so
know,
much fun.
And it's one of those, it was a big farm, and you could just let the kids go.
Mm-hmm.
And they would run everywhere and just had a wonderful time. So that was always
And the
a
other
fun
thing I
one.
always enjoyed with that too was you could be in the barn and you could be listening to the music, or you could be sitting outside and just visiting, or it was a huge area and so enjoyable.
Like a little concert kind
Yeah,
of thing.
it
Yeah.
was.
And now theirs has evolved into St. Patrick's Day
Mm-hmm. celebration.
And Nickel must be Irish, I guess.
Must
is
be.
It? So every St. Patrick's Day, that's when they have their family reunion. And we've always been invited, but there's something about Nebraska weather. One of the biggest blizzards of the year is usually right before that weekend or right on that weekend.
Middle of March.
Yes.
Weather's never predictable.
The family kind of plans for that, so they're there, I think, a little earlier or whatever, or they just don't mind driving in the weather.
Could be. And quite a few of them actually still live pretty close.
True.
To that area. Few.
They always have just fun pictures, and again, they still, now it's the grandkids and great grandkids who play the instruments, and so they just have a great time.
And they always have really cute T-shirts.
They do.
You know, who they are and where they are in the tree, and just some kind of a theme. They're always so cute.
And then the other one we were going to talk about was
Tim's mom.
yes.
They had the Robinson family reunion, so that is on her dad's side. for 50 years. And unfortunately, what I saw, it was basically a come together, sit and talk, and there's a meal planned at roast beef and green beans.
Oh, no big hoo-ha.
No, they
Hoo-yah
didn't dance.
party.
They didn't. No, I don't know. Maybe I just went to the wrong ones, but
You went after they'd been going on for quite a while.
And so we would always try to go, Tim and I, but none of the younger ones were going anymore,
Yeah.
my age, our age. And so at one point, the group decided they'd have one more reunion because that would be their 50th reunion.
Wow.
And so they had it up at Fort Robinson, which is close to us, about 70 miles from us. And you can rent these fabulous cabins and then big buildings. Comanche Hall sleeps 100 people.
They were like the officers' quarters and the barracks. And
Yes. So we got a big house up there. Gretchen and I were in charge of pretty much all the food that whole time. Yeah, it was a lot. But that's okay. But Mary, I hope you're listening. My sister-in-law was so entertaining to everybody. They were just having a great old time. And it's a great place to have a family reunion. So if you're thinking about it, go someplace like Fort Rob. There's so many different ones. There's a swimming pool and you can do the horseback riding. There's a Jeep ride. There's a cookout that you can go to. So, and then the Playhouse.
The Playhouse for museums.
The museums.
Yeah.
Playhouse, you can usually catch at least 3 different plays during the weekend if you want to. So it is a great place to have a family reunion, and you can just go off and do whatever you want to do. Those people were having such a good time, and Erin was also another culprit in this because she was little and cute. And so they all wanted, and she was talkative, and they'd all talk to her and stuff. At one point, though, I took Mary aside. I said, Mary, so help me. If these people think they want to have another reunion next year, you're in charge.
Yeah.
So fortunately, that didn't happen. And that was the last one of the Robinson reunions.
Yeah.
But it was a good thing. So I guess, if we were to give advice, it's figure out how to get the next generation involved with your family reunion. And life is different. People don't do family reunions like they once did. Now, my next door neighbor, her mom and that side of the family, they go to Fort Robinson. Theirs is every other year. So it's always on the even or always on the odd, whichever it is. And it's almost always the same weekend of June, I think. I believe they still do it. I think theirs is starting to die out. Connie always made sure that she had a craft ready to go that anybody could do. Her mom and her aunts, though, played, I think it was canasta.
Okay.
And Connie said, boy, you did not interrupt those women. They got their chairs out. They got their special table. They sat down and they played canasta from the moment they got there, right when they had to leave.
Oh, boy.
And do not bother them as it was canasta. And I think she just has one aunt now that's still alive. So they did a lot of fun things with theirs as well. I do remember when Dwayne, our next door neighbor, was still alive, every year Tim and then the other neighbor, Randy, would have to go and help him load up their deep freeze. They had a chest deep freeze. Yep, sure did. And they'd put it in the back of his pickup.
Yeah.
And they would fill it with bags of ice, and then they'd plug it in up there.
Okay.
So that way, if you were going to go on a picnic, a smaller group of you, you had ice.
Oh,
if you're going to make, the big batches of iced tea and lemonade, they always had ice. So they would pull that up right next to Comanche Hall and plug it in.
Yeah.
Then, back in the day, there was no air conditioning in
I
any
know.
of those. None.
I know.
There is now.
Yes.
So now you can go, but it was hot.
It was awful.
There was a man that brought a swamp cooler every year.
Oh, my God.
And so they'd put it on the top of his pickup, and then they
Sure.
could wedge it into one of the windows,
Yeah.
and they'd run that swamp cooler.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
So they made sure everybody was comfy.
Yeah. And one of the points, too, that you made, that I think it's important to have the different activities of different ages, keep different people, whether it's canasta or whatever, and have a place that's big enough, spread out enough that you can get away from each other.
Yes.
Because some people, big crowds, just really get on their nerves. And I think my son is one of them. I think Eli is to a certain extent, although he got really used to it last year.
He did get used to it real fast.
But if you're not used to being around a lot of people, have some place where those people can escape.
Yes. Because you don't want them to have a horrible time.
Exactly.
You want them to have a good experience so that they do want to come back. And you don't always think about that. And that's been the nice thing about most everything's here at my house, but they can go up to your house. They can go over to Shelley's house and sit and be alone. And George, I'm telling a story on you. It was not uncommon for me to get up in the morning and there would be George sleeping on the love seat because we don't have a long couch anymore.
Oh, yeah.
When they would get a hotel, when they would come, they always got a motel or hotel. And he couldn't get back out there, knew better than to drive, and there he would be. Well, now he can walk.
I know.
No matter what condition he's in.
2 blocks? Yes.
It's just 2 blocks. That piece has helped a lot. And then the year that Gretchen passed away was over our family time together. And so fortunately, thank goodness, Shelley and Reed took over meal prep stuff.
Yes.
And everybody went over there to eat. And for Tim and I, because we were kind of busy with some other things, but it created some alone time for us. And so that worked out really too.
And I remember too that year it was the tied together, and it was the whole idea was tie-dye.
Yes.
And Gretch had a special tie-dye T-shirt. And the day she died, she wanted somebody to put that on her.
Oh yeah, she was going to come that night.
Yeah.
Saturday night, she was going to come, and I had gotten her a shirt and it fit her beautifully. And she got a shower and they fixed her hair, painted her fingernails, and they got her tie-dye shirt on. And after lunch, she said she needed to lay down for a bit before she came to Tim and Shan's. And they called Tim shortly after that, said, you need to get up here. Yeah.
I would imagine she was pretty happy with us. She liked being a part of all the family stuff.
Oh, she did.
Yes.
And her a little bit younger years, she came, sat down. And it's not that Gretch was on that side of our family, but she lived in town. So, she was pretty much here, as soon as somebody would go pick her up. And there were times that I know that I probably went to bed before she did. So
I think so.
So I hope we're that way, Sue.
Yeah.
You and Shelley and I, man, we're just sitting there and we'll say at midnight, somebody needs to take us home.
But I was just going to write this down.
I saw you, and then you didn't write it down. I saw it in your mind.
Down. Oh, I know. It was last year, probably the year before too, where the three of us, you and Shelley and Barb, was sitting with us too. And as we looked around, we thought, we're the matriarchs now. Yeah. We're sitting and watching all of this.
Yes.
Because Ellie's mother-in-law used to come out.
She did.
She liked our family better than her own.
She did. She always had such fun.
Yeah, she did. And she was one. And really, that's all you have to do is just sit and watch. And you don't have to participate in everything. But
true. Yeah, because one year we had the motorized scooters that you could rent in town. And so how many were there that we got? I don't know.
I don't even know.
Tim went over to the people that were in charge of those and said, can we have 12 of those over our house, blah, blah, blah. And they did. There they were, all parked right there. And so we had a polka run that day. So if anybody doesn't know what that is, we had 5 friends in town, and they all had a deck of cards. And we said, okay, they're going to be there between this time and this time. And everybody took off together, and you'd stop at the first place and you'd draw a card. And then the idea was when you got back to our house, whoever had the best poker hand won the prize, which happens to be an old trophy that I painted orange.
Yeah.
And Kelly and Aaron still have it.
You got it at a garage sale one of those weekends when everybody was.
And Kelly and Aaron still have it, and they still put it on their front porch.
Oh, jeez. Well, in that year, too, I didn't do the scooters.
I didn't either.
Barb did the scooters.
She did.
And
bless her heart.
Oh, yeah. She's so willing to try anything.
She is. And when she came around the corner, when they were all finishing up, and she gets off the scooter, and I said, it looks like you were having fun. And she said, I was for the last block. When I saw your house, I knew I could make it. Yeah. Because those things, they're a little scary. They're not used to balancing and all that.
I think I tried maybe to ride one from one driveway to the next, and no, it just wasn't anything. And one year we did the hunt
scavenger hunts.
Scavenger hunt, thank you. And Tim put that together, and all around town, you would get these little messages, and you had to go. You were supposed to go to the place or to the whatever, and actually write it down,
Or take your picture.
And nobody told my group that we could not Google things.
Oh,
Do you remember that? Because I can't think.
I forgave you.
I don't know if we won, and then there was a big. People said no, they cheated. Blah, blah, blah. So anyway, but that was fun. One year we did the grave witching that we talked about.
Yes, we did. That
with
we talked.
Becky,
Yep.
and that was fun. Yeah, and even those, we don't demand that you do any of it. Yeah, whatever you want to do, go for it.
And one year, so many dressed up, whatever the theme was, and Shan realized that he wasn't fitting the part, and so he and Ian worked so hard, and that was the Be Happy.
Oh God,
Be
yes,
Family
yes.
year. And here comes Shan in his outfit, and he has on a yellow and black leggings, a yellow tutu, yellow shirt, wasn't it, or maybe a striped shirt even?
I've got a picture somewhere.
Big eyeglasses that looked like they were bee glasses,
and the little antenna.
Oh, he had gloves.
Yes,
Didn't he have yellow gloves or something?
So
he was sharp.
That was probably the one time, and then we all were going, oh, I could do better than that. And then it was just a T-shirt that kind of went with the theme. And last year it was the birds, and people went all out for that one.
They did.
So this year, I'm kind of looking forward to the ugly T-shirt thing.
At family reunions, and we all know that for some families, it does not work. It doesn't work.
Unfortunately, if you don't all get along.
Yeah. However, I would say please try. So, and you know what? Even if they're not blood relatives, maybe go ahead and create some kind of family reunion of those around you that you consider family.
Yeah, when you think of a single child who's maybe not married and their parents have died, they've made their own family.
Exactly.
With friends and maybe other relatives. So, yeah, it doesn't have to look a certain way or anything like that. It's just getting together while you can.
Right.
Because you never know when the last one will be.
We did talk a little bit, too, earlier about class reunions.
Yes.
And I got to, come to your class reunion. Some people, your families don't live here, but they might. So you can do a little bit of a family gathering and a class reunion at the same time. Nothing better.
I think some people do that if they've got like one of the big class reunions, like 20th, 30th. Yes. Again, around here, it's usually a lot of times they try to plan them over Heritage Days. Yep. We've talked before about doing a program called Perks of Living in a Small Town. We'll have to remember that one sometime.
We need to mention... Yeah. Oh, wait, should we do takeaways and then mention Theo of Golden?
Sure.
You don't really give a shit.
I don't.
I mean, you don't care. Okay, I would like to say, anybody that's wanting my strawberry lemonade margarita recipe, here you go. You get your blender. You take a frozen can of lemonade, right?
Yeah.
You throw that into your blender, frozen. Just plop it in there. You fill that can up with tequila. Throw that in there. This is not a cheap drink. And then about a half a can of water. Throw that in there. Then you fill it with frozen strawberries.
Yes.
And blend it. So you don't do the ice. You do strawberries. Yeah. Blend it.
Blend it really well, because our Shans don't have like the big chunk. Although I don't mind those. A chunk of strawberry every once in a while.
And you can probably garnish it with the strawberry, which would be really cute, but I don't do that. You can salt the rim, you can sugar the rim, you can put nothing on the rims.
That's
and
right.
There you go.
Drink it out of the pitcher.
There's my strawberry margaritas.
Okay.
My takeaway would be get together.
Yes. I think mine too. Whatever your family reunion looks like, that's what it has to be for exactly.
Make it happen.
Okay.
Okay, Theo of Golden. We've decided we're going to have a book club, everyone. And soon never knowing what we're doing, we just decided like a couple weeks ago. So the book is Theo of Golden, and it is written by Alan Levi.
That's right.
Levi. And I think... someone said to us, it's truly a book of kindness.
Yes.
So we're reading on that, and then we're going to talk about Theo of Golden on our June
26th
podcast.
Yes. Yeah.
So please, if you want to join us, read Theo of Golden. I know that Sue's already said that she's written down some quotes that she really liked out of there. So maybe you want to send us some quotes that you really liked, what your thought was on Theo of Golden, any of that kind of stuff. We would love to have anything from you, and we would love for you. And of course, you can buy the book. You can get the book from your library. You can listen to it.
I would think so.
There's of it. So many ways.
We thought we would try actually reading a book this time.
Yeah, we are.
And I love the book. I really enjoy it while I'm reading it. Why I put it down and pick up the damn phone again and scroll, I don't know. Haven't broken that completely, but it's a very enjoyable read. So, and there's a little bit of mystery in it. Where I am in the book right now, you're just not quite sure who this guy is. Where'd he come from? So read it and
listen
send us
to
your
our
thoughts.
Yeah, our take on it on June 26th. June 26th. Now, of course, if you want to send us any kind of quote that you liked or what you thought of the book or your deep thoughts, I don't know, send those to us at unavoidableaging@gmail.com. Anything that you want to let us know about, we love hearing from everyone. Unavoidableaging@gmail.com. You can listen to us on Podbean, which is where we upload, and any podcast player. Just type in Unavoidable Adventures in Aging, and you will see us, and then you can like, subscribe, follow, and don't forget to share with others. We have a website, unavoidable.life, and another place that you can listen to our podcasts, unavoidable.life.
Very good. And, it's funny, we've been finding more people who haven't listened yet that we've been able to give cards to and around town.
Yes.
And somebody will say, I didn't know you told me you were doing a podcast. I didn't know. We're picking up some listeners here and there. So if you're still listening and still liking,
we love it.
We love it. Tell others.
Keep it up and tell others.
Yes. Until next time, please enjoy your life. Laugh at yourself. Embrace the power of your aging. And remember,
you're not knucking futz. You're just aging.
Yes.
There you go. We're having jambalaya.
Okay, I wondered when I saw all those veggies cut up there. Yep.
Jambalaya.
Jambalaya.
Exactly.
Very good.
Okay, everybody.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.